All right, everyone. So here's an update on a potential match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena at WrestleMania 41. So we're reading from Wrestle Talk. Now, in a new update this week, Dave Meltzer has reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Rhodes versus Cena is now scheduled for WrestleMania 41. Following this, Fightful Select has now added further details regarding these plans in a new report. According to the Backstage update, Rhodes versus Cena is the working plan for WrestleMania and has been since as far back as mid November, after it was indicated that The Rock's schedule was unclear for the show. As has been stated various different reports, Fightful reiterated that WWE are at the mercy of the Rock's schedule, and plans could change from Cena versus Rhodes should the final boss become available. However, as of now, The Rock is not factored into WWE creative plans for WrestleMania 41. According to the report, many close to Rhodes had been hoping a match against Cena would take place as far back as WrestleMania 39 in 2023. As for the rest of WWE's roster, Fightful states that a solid portion also have creative plans in line for WrestleMania, as well as some alternate options. All right, so I want Cena versus Rhodes, 110%. The only part that I have pushback on is I also don't want The Rock versus versus Roman Reigns at this WrestleMania, and I think the only way we get that not happening if it was The Rock versus Cody Rhodes, but Cena versus Rhodes feels like the perfect match for Cena's farewell tour at WrestleMania. Number one, Cody's a champion. Number two, it's kind of like a look in the mirror, right? It's the ultimate babyface in John Cena versus the ultimate babyface in Cody Rhodes. And I think that's a perfect farewell match. That's just a perfect, okay, this is how we're going to send John Cena off. And the other aspect of this report I want to touch on before, we go is that somebody in WWE, please save The Rock from himself in this situation, okay? Because we saw it last year, The Rock, and you saw it in that WrestleMania Excel documentary. The Rock comes back and he starts trying to make changes, trying to make plans. And you could tell in that documentary, he was a little bit upset almost because he didn't get his way and the fans wanted it a different way. Look, if Rhodes versus Cena is the plan and The Rock isn't giving you a concrete, this is what we're doing, you know, further enough out, then make a different thing for him if he does come back. The Rock can make almost anything work, right? And I just don't get this idea of, and I understand, look, The Rock's one of the all time greats. I understand where he is in the company, and I get it. And I think he definitely, and we said this in a prior one, he definitely deserves that level of respect, right? Where if he says he wants something, WWE should do everything they can to accommodate him and make sure that it happens. But it's the stuff like this where it's like, I got to read the quote here. Mercy of the Rock schedule. It's like that stuff. I just think it's not only not good for the product overall, but it's not good for the Rock because fans are not going to like that. Fans are going to be upset about that. If they are building Cena versus Cody Rhodes, let's say they're building it all through January, then they're building it in February, and then the Rock comes out of nowhere and he decides, actually, I want to fight Cody Rhodes, and they change from that. People aren't going to be happy. And also, it's John Cena's farewell tour. He should really be the one making the call on who he faces. And I think he'd pick Cody Rhodes. Now, if Rock comes back and it's Rock versus Cena, I guess, at the WrestleMania, that would be pretty cool, I think. That'd be awesome. But my point is, look, it's not that The Rock shouldn't have extra pull, or it's not that The Rock is like, I'm not even saying he's selfish or anything. Anybody in his situation, every wrestler wants to do what The Rock's doing, right? So that's not even really a knock on him. It's just one of those instances of, as a company, just be like, Rock, listen, this is what the fans want. This is the storyline we're going to build. We're going to build you one that's even better, but we're not going to ruin this one, right? To do that. So you saw with that WrestleMania XL documentary, he was not happy about what happened, when he was kind of trying to make, play a little bit of revisionist history, I think, with it. But at the end of the day, what was best for it happened. And The Rock was huge in that WrestleMania. He was perfect in that WrestleMania. And his character has gotten even better. And by the way, The Rock versus Roman will be even bigger because they didn't do it when The Rock wanted to do it. So it's one of those things. Save him from himself in this situation.